Hello and welcome everybody to a new year. And we are having a very special episode of My Take to start off 2026. Yes, you knew this was coming. Recall election discussion. And I have my very special guest with me today as well. I have Liz Hodge. Good afternoon, Miss Liz.
Good afternoon.
And we have Nicole Wagon on for this wonderful discussion. Welcome and Happy New Year. Did you guys have a good holiday break?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year.
Anytime at home with the family is I feel very blessed. So good times, good days. So today, special recall election discussion has to be done. We made a lot of noise about it, so now we're going to go over what the ins and outs and what happened. But first of all, we do not represent the tribes. We are exercising our individual sovereignty. We are exercising our freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of expression, and personal opinion versus defamation. We go over this every time, but it's very important that people understand that defamation is spreading false information. You know that it is false, in an effort to kind of smear them. And we are not in the business of doing that. So I am not responsible for guest views and comments, but we're all on the same sheet of music here. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the recall election results memo. And I'm going to be kind of hearkening back to this document here a couple of times. Let's break it down section by section. So this first section here it goes over the background, and they do say in the election result memo on November 14th, 2025, the Northern Arapaho General Council voted in favor of recalling Lloyd Goggles. Okay, so these dates are very important, especially when you're looking at the election law. Which is here, 6663A, Part 3, Section 1. And so the Business Council shall call an election on the recall within 30 days of the directive, which the directive was November 14th. So the clock started ticking right then and there. So the 14th of November to December 18th is 34 days. Making the election outside of 30 days, which violates General Council resolution. Do you guys agree?
I agree. Mm-hmm.
This isn't a gray area. It doesn't say kind of, sort of, like around 30 days, as long as it's done in a timely manner. No, it says within 30 days. That did not happen. So there's issue one. It is outside of the 30 days, clear violation of GC resolution. And I say the timely part of it because the next part of the election recall notice is the Northern Arapaho Business Council timely called the recall election on December 1st by scheduling and posting the notice of the recall election. Election results statement is false. GC resolution clearly states within 30 days, not timely, not sort of, not whenever they feel like it. So do you feel that this is grounds enough to throw out the election?
Absolutely.
Yep, throw it out. Says it in black and white. 30 days is 30 days.
Exactly.
There is no middle.
No gray area. Okay, well, let's harken back to the recall election results again. Let's do it section by section. Next section, it goes into we're talking about the 30% threshold that they have here. And 6663A, as it is written right now, provided that no business council member may be recalled in any recall election unless at least 30% of the adult voting membership shall cast ballots in the election. 30%. Here's issue number 2. The 30% threshold is unrealistic. This means that 2,224 voters must have participated in the recall election for it to be legally effective. So whenever I say 30% of eligible voters didn't even vote in a general election, I mean, let's take a look at it. I mean, this is the general election results right here. And you have Jesse Crisp, you have Keenan Grosbeck up here. He was the main number getter. And he got a total of like 618 votes, not even close to that 2,227. Not even close. And we're talking about the general election here. And there's a percentage over here, 11.44%. Let's talk about what this involves here. Lloyd Goggles got 421 votes. Jesse Crispin got 417 votes. That's only a difference of a 2-vote separation. So, what do you guys think about that? I mean, 30% didn't even participate in the regular general election. Should we throw that election out as well?
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's very unrealistic. You know, if you were to say, okay, 30% of the voting population, and that would be those that actually vote, because they don't vote. There's not very many that vote. But if you're talking about 30% of those that voted, then yeah, that's realistic. Right?
Good point. Good point. I like that discussion. I like that a lot. What are your thoughts, Nicole?
Well, not only that, this has never been done before. This is the first time ever in the history of what has been written for the recall, because old way, and this is what was confusing for a lot of the elders of our tribe, is if anybody's been officially recalled in general council, the next highest vote getter moves up. It's been like that for years. So everybody was confused. Why the 30%? And the people again voted, spoke. It passed. And the way I'm looking at it, Lame Duck, Mr. Goggles, is officially recalled. Is officially recalled in general council. So to look further into 6663A, my question is, can he run, not be able to run for the next 6 years? Because no matter what the results of this charade, he's been officially recalled.
Yes, so then, exactly.
Looking at the outcome, the total was 357 votes, correct?
Let's go back. Let's see. I feel like I'm learning to drive again since that long break. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, let's see where they put that. Yeah. So we do have the majority vote to recall. The total vote was 230 in favor of the recall. The election result memo did at least give the exact numbers. I was surprised. I thought they were going to kind of minutia, make it kind of, not make it somehow that they didn't have to put out the actual numbers, because the numbers speak for themselves. It's here in black and white. The total vote was 230 in favor of recall. Okay, he's recalled.
He's recalled.
127 against.
Failed again. It failed again. And not only that, looking at that, why didn't these NABC, I'm going to stress it again, the NABC appointed election committee that ran this election process, where does it show where everybody voted? The certification. who voted in Fort Washakie, who voted in Ethity, who voted in Arapahoe, and how many absentee ballots.
Mm. Yes, we need that. We need those data points for sure. It tells a story, it tells us exactly what's going on. It's accountability.
Yes.
And whenever it comes to elections, you can't mess around with this kind of stuff. You can't say kind of, sort of, kind of whenever they numbers here, numbers there, whatever. It doesn't count. It's been thrown out anyways. This was an election, and you guys need to be accountable, not wishy-washy, and give us the numbers and the data points clearly.
Well, not only that, then I look at the 30%. If we take 30% of 357, let's go that route.
Okay.
So if we took 30% of the total 230 plus 127, which equals 357, 30% of that number is 107.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we beat it again because
Yep.
230 is in favor. We just needed 107 for that threshold.
Oh, excellent point.
So we can look at it in all different perspectives. But at the same time, is everybody looking at why he was recalled?
Mm-hmm.
He was recalled because of not honoring not one, but two general council resolutions. Not one, but two.
Mm-hmm.
And within those two, they were all votes. All votes.
Mm-hmm.
And he disregarded the people's meeting and chose not uphold the law, whether you like it or not. And our government suffered because we had an in-house attorney for herself, working for herself. Those attorneys work for us. We don't work for them.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the casino issue, our tribal members suffered. The casino workers suffered that whole entire year, and they continue until we get these issues straightened on out. Because
it's leadership. I mean, things trickle down. If your leadership isn't right, then there's other processes down the road that are going to get affected. That's just how it is.
This is how it is. So with the attorney, 180 plus petitioners, and that was a lot of hard work of community members, Liz Hodge, Debbie Lone Bear. I mean, there were so many people that came together to help to have the voices of our tribal members heard. And they didn't think it could be done. Yes, it can. With determination, yes, it can. If you believe in your people. And then with the outcry from the casino workers, we believed in them too, to help them take the power back. The casinos were based for our people to provide, thrive in their families.
Yes, absolutely. So I have a question. So the old school OGs, whenever they voted to have a recall in general council, they thought that it was done, right? It was done.
It's done.
Next business day, Jesse Crispin should have been in his office, setting up his office. Okay. So where did this 30% threshold come from? It's so weird, and it's happening on the Eastern Shoshone side too. It seems like there are these bad actors who over the years have been chipping away at taking away the innate powers of the supreme governing body, which is General Council. So where the heck did this 30% come from? Who emplaced this loophole? A bad actor.
Right. Whatever their intentions were.
And In the whole 663A, there's like several sections on it that just are loopholes and can be made into a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, and then
And
wasting the tribe's money. We keep wasting the tribe's money. We're broke. Remember? We're broke. Last time I knew, we're broke. But
so we need to really like look at this 663A, see what these loopholes are. If anything good came out of this recall election, it's really kind of shaken the tree on this 663A, this election law. And you can kind of hold it up to the light and you can see all the holes kind of shine, all the light shining through the holes of the 663A. And we need to plug it up. We need to plug these holes up.
yeah, so this doesn't happen again. We don't waste money again, and we get professional election committees members that are honest and want to do right by the people. And you know,
exactly. Right.
I'm
I mean, you got to have an election law. I mean, you got to have law and order. You got to have codes. Have to have that kind of stuff. But it just seems like it over the years, it's been chipped away and looked at and manipulated, and a resolution here and a little resolution there. And it's all been like self-serving to the business council. The business council is kind of in charge of a lot of things. The fox is in charge of the hen house, folks, and we can't allow this to happen anymore. I mean, this is the result.
right.
All right. So,
and the bottom line is,
yeah, I'm sorry.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Threw the whole tribe under the bus. We don't need leaders like that. We don't need those kind of leaders in those seats. When you take that seat, you take an oath of office and you put everything at the door and you lead with the intention for all our Northern Arapaho tribal members, not the select few. And
absolutely.
his actions spoke louder.
Mm-hmm.
And as a former chairman of the tribe,
hey, he should be able to look at this and take the hint that, okay, I messed up. The recall, the people did speak. We've been speaking like over and over again. GC, recall election. You know, step down, Mr. Goggles. Do the right thing and resign. Do the right thing.
Well, not only that, he even chipped at our sovereignty. It was in general council. People were so upset because even with our hunting rights, right, Liz?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He didn't shoot. Yeah, I mean, he was for it. It was all news. It was out there about that House bill with the hunting, the gathering, our sovereignty. I mean, evidently he doesn't know how to read. And we had to put a call out of action, stop that in its tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what else more? And why would you want that kind of person in there? And most of all, at this past general council, he didn't even show.
Nope.
He didn't show at the big daddy of them all.
Nope.
Actually,
that's game day.
Right there. So he has no respect at all for the general council. And his actions are, he believes he's above general council. So that's I call him a dictator.
Yeah.
And listening to the elders, so upset of how much time and money has been wasted. And here we are trying to make things right. As the chairman of the tribe, you're responsible and held accountable. There's so many tribes putting their leaders in jail, prison, removing them left, right, to whatever, because people want better leaders. And he had a choice, and he made that choice.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be held accountable for that choice.
Now, there have been some people saying, well, why are you just picking on one person? Why are you picking on poor Lloyd? Read 663A. It's hung on the Facebook page. Peruse through it, and there is a section in there that states that you can only recall one at a time. That's another one of these chipping away bad actors. Some bad actor put it in there because back in the day, correct me if I'm wrong, people aren't happy with the NABC and they're not doing their jobs. Okay, scrap them and bring in a new crew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to take our power back. And, there have been bad actors who have been chipping away at our sovereignty and our power as general counsel, and we need to start taking it back. Okay, issue 3, we have a felon running the election. As the one section of the recall election results memo states here, we are aware that some have raised concerns about whether an election judge may serve if that person has been convicted of a felony. We've made it very clear that there is a known felon on the election committee, an election judge, I believe. They are correct in stating that it doesn't specifically say that in 663A, but however, in the position description, it says never convicted of a felony. So, what is it here? Are you going to follow through with the guidelines that you have put out for the people? Everybody has to go abide by this guidance, the stipulation, except for the select few. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know. Did we lose Nicole?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't know.
Hear me?
I see her. I can hear you. I can't see you.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix my camera here, but
okay.
With that, yeah, different strokes for different folks. Apparently, again, Mr. Spoonhunter, as a former council person, resigned to place himself and to be appointed onto this election committee. Why? What was the intention? To make sure that he could get goggles in?
I don't know. It's like a weird chess game that they're trying to play, but I'll tell you what, they're not playing it very well at all. To abandon your job as an elected councilman to emplace yourself as the 477 director and appoint yourself on the election committee. It sounds slimy, self-serving, and it's done for a reason.
Yeah, because his first thing that he wanted to do, what they want stagger terms. That's one of the first things they did. Then they forced the referendum vote on us. That was illegal and costly. Self-serving, and everything that this guy has done has been self-serving. And if they would have got that referendum vote passed, it would have reset his terms and also Harjo's. And it's all, you wash my back, I'll wash yours. Oh my cow, they're all dirty like that. So yeah, self-serving. I'm tired of it.
They're not even being secretive about it. They're not even good self-serving chess players.
Yeah, and that was when Claire Johnson, her thing too. Talking about loopholes in the 6663A. That was one of her main things, was finding these loopholes for these select few, these key actors, these bad actors. We need to get away from all this shit. We need to start fixing our government, or nothing's going to change.
Yeah, absolutely. So they had a in-house attorney look at 663A and had her manipulate that and influence that as a Juris Doctorate, law trained person. She was very green. Obviously, this is very horribly written, but they took a scalpel to it and dissected it and really chipped away at our power and sovereignty as an entity, as general counsel.
Well, not only
Okay.
that, but prime example, exactly what Liz said. The referendum, when he resigned, they found a loophole. They did again because it was 6 months and less. They were able to appoint, and they didn't go with the next highest vote getter.
Mm-hmm.
And they chose Mr. White Bull to be on their team. And then I don't think the people understand with that loophole, because I talked to the general counsel attorney, Mr. Wyatt Golding, and he shared with me anybody 18 years and older, the council could have picked.
Mm-hmm.
They could have picked anybody. Doesn't matter if they paid their fee, filing fee, or next highest vote getter. But they're just disrespecting our laws and doing what they want, how they want, for power and greed.
Their
Because
boy. They hooked up their boy.
with the exactly. And the next highest vote getter during that time was, and White Bull did the elections.
Yeah, we're seeing through their charades, so hopefully we can.
An elected official.
Yeah.
So, they keep on doing this stuff. And again, is anybody asking the why questions?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also upset. I was just shared with me some information. This is how far they went with the referendum, breaking our resolutions to try to grandfather themselves in to stay in those seats, right?
Mm-hmm.
They went that far. They also, the council, not all, I can't say all, but 4 of them chose to ask the enrollment to send out all the absentee ballots to everybody with postage. And they picked up that cost at the tribe. That's how bad they wanted staggered terms.
Wow.
But for this election process, guess what? They didn't do the same. This election committee did not do the same for this election process. And to me, that's what gets me upset. This isn't their first rodeo. They weren't professional. They violated rights. In their little flyer, they didn't tell why he was recalled to inform every tribal member over 18 years and over professionally why he was recalled. There's no excuse, because at every general council, this election committee has been trying to redefine debt-free, redefine, drug-free, alcohol-free, all these other issues. So they were there. They know why he was recalled, what was passed.
Mm-hmm.
And why didn't they tell enrollment this round, send everybody a ballot with postage? That wasn't done. Why?
Sounds like something that needs to be amended to 6663A. If it's going to be done, it needs to. There at this point in time, there should be a cookie cutter and an answer to this election process. At this point in time, why are we still kind of batting around and doing this cat and mouse game? It's ridiculous. All right. So issue 4, and we touched on this a little bit, the illegal election committee, the recall oversight election committee, who are sitting in seats right now, including a felon or two. I think there were 2. Not elected by the council, but appointed by the NABC, the business council. Here we go again with the fox in charge of the hen house, correct? And the following individuals are the actual general counsel elected election committee as of May 23rd, 2025. And according to 6663A, I mean, they should be sitting in those seats right now. They should have done the oversight for this recall election. Caroline Hill, Betty Matthews, Marvine Thunder, Frances Blackburn, and Robin Anderson should be sitting in those seats right now. And hopefully that will change after the next general council. Your thoughts, ladies?
Yeah, they should have taken their seats, but there were some goof ups, when we did all this, and it wasn't stated precisely exactly, there they go, finding another loophole to remain in these seats, to continue getting paid. They found another loophole. So they're going to try to hold on to these seats for as long as they can, looks like. But yeah, the ones that we selected in General Council should be on there right now. They should have taken their seats.
Exactly.
Excellent.
And that's her name is Robin Manderson with the M.
Manderson?
Yes. Yeah. But again, the people spoke, and we're going to go back in history. The election judges, the committee have always been voted and passed by the people, never appointed by NABC. Huge conflict of interest because they're always candidates.
Exactly. NABC candidates appointing election judges. This makes no sense, folks. So hopefully we can get that cleared up. I believe there is an agenda item. I don't want to spoil it yet. Maybe for the next podcast, but absolutely. Okay, so I'm looking at the removal part of 663A. I have highlighted here, may be removed from office by a majority vote of the elected body. So it's kind of like, where do we go from here? Okay, so the recall election was a bust. It was unsuccessful. They're finding loopholes. They have felons on the election committee. They're not following the timelines that are stipulated in the resolution. Throwing 30% thresholds in there whenever 30% didn't even participate in the regular general election. So where do we go from here? They do have the ability, and they have the option. Northern Arapaho Business Council themselves, that body can remove a person of that body by doing a majority vote. And there is a process to that. I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but how do you ladies feel about that? I mean, the body could have done this a long time ago.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they could have, so we're asking, what the hell are you doing, Keenan? I mean, this guy, he's done all these things, and even with, he doesn't show up for work. And right now I'm hoping he's not, because, if he's being recalled, he shouldn't be in there voting or anything, making any decisions. But what are they doing? They could, you're right. They could have stopped all this already and removed him. Don't sit there and wait for him now to miss 3 meetings or get a DUI or whatever. Don't sit there and wait on him. He's already proved to us that he's not fit for leadership. That's all I got to say about that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, come on. The new chairman is fully aware that he
He's
chose.
higher till 4.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank
4
you.
o'clock. Thanks.
Sorry about that. But anyhow, where was I going with this?
The body could have removed him.
Yeah, they knew that he was against them all this time, batting for two non-native members of the tribe, disrespected the general council meetings and laws, resolutions, and oath. What more do you need? And they have the power to govern themselves.
Mhm.
And they told us we're broke and to save our tribe money. I mean, who won out of this election process? The appointed NABC election committee.
Oh yeah,
They're the only ones that came out winners.
yeah,
They
because
could
every
be.
time they meet, it's like $500, right, or
Yeah, they
something. So they're
upped it.
laughing all the way to the
Did you know
bank.
that when Lee Spoonhunter got onto this committee, he's like, "Hey, all you people, I'm raising the come with me, follow me, because I'm raising it to $500. We're gonna milk this cow." So, because it's always about the money with him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It ain't about the people. It's
Yeah.
about the money, and it's about the power, and it's about the greed.
Yep. It's disgusting. Oh, I
And you know
love.
what? He's a felon.
Huh.
We didn't do that. He did that. Put that where it belongs. You have a choice. Sucks to be him, but the bottom line, he's a felon. He's a felon, straight up felon. That's it. And
Right.
then they're the ones that wrote the rules, but it's me, Lee Spoonhunter. I can break them.
Because he's got an army of lawyers, right?
Oh yeah, he's got army. Oh yeah, I forgot army. Yeah,
Oh,
And we should be afraid, very afraid.
yeah, we
very.
got to be very afraid. Are you shaking, Liz?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, ladies, let's move on. So my take. I'll give mine first this time, and you ladies can chime in with your takes as well. All right. So the recall process, as it is flawed. Every ballot counts. Every voice matters. We have got to demand due process. One of two things need to happen. Number one, this election is either got to need to be void, thrown in the trash, done, or they do the removal process. The body can do it themselves. So one of two things need to happen at this time. You guys' last words. Go ahead, Miss Liz.
Well, I just like to say, with all this that's going on, this election and stuff, people think that we're doing it because of personal vendettas. I don't even know this guy. I know I don't like him, and I know all the stuff he's done, other than what we've talked about here today. But we're not going to bring all that. But it's not personal. None of what we do is personal. It's not personal vendettas, as we're accused of. So, we're just trying to do the right thing for the people. I don't get paid. I don't get $500 in my pocket. I can't even
Ooh, wouldn't
probably.
that be nice?
Oh yeah, yeah. So with all that, that's all. That's what we're about. Is we're trying to get our voice back. We're trying to get our power back, our empowerment, and that's what we're doing. So, and Lloyd is a part of it. He's a huge part of everything that's wrong in our government.
Shining example of what not to be, the poster boy.
Yeah.
What not to be. Well said. Miss Nicole, final words.
Well, gosh,
I
I'm
should say on
so
this subject, on this
on this
specific subject.
subject with the election committee, how all of it failed the people, and how they chose to break rules and not even follow 6663 on their own and just go half-ass of informing the people and not even professional.
Mm-mm.
And it just gets me upset of we're in the 21st century. This is violating laws, violating rights, voting rights, and it just gets me upset because even members living off of this tribe need to be informed of what's going on.
Yes.
They all count and matter.
Mm-hmm.
They the numbers that come on out, they're part of the grants. They're part of the census.
Yes.
I don't know why our leaders don't help them. It just
Mm-hmm.
peeves me. Because they do belong to this tribe.
Yes.
I mean, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so these guys should have officially informed them professionally of what the heck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we voting? What did he do? How did he do it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just, what? The only time they considered the people living off of this reservation is election time.
Mm-hmm.
We want your absentee ballot
Yep.
because those absentee ballots can make and break,
Yes.
and they all count and matter.
Yep.
So we need professional people come on board for this upcoming election. Let's inform the people to vote better
Yes.
so we can move in a positive direction for the people of the tribe.
Yes. Oof. Awesome. Hitting the nails on the head.
Yeah, and then with Mr. Spoon Hunter filling up his pockets, I mean, holy cow, look how many meetings that they have. I figured they probably had one meeting after general council
Mm-hmm.
to discuss what they need to do within 30 days, but they chose to go beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Second, what I'm told, they had another meeting for training. That's 2. Then they had voting day, 3. Then they had another meeting after to count. Seriously, this wasn't even a general election. It was
Had to meet
one
with
voter.
a lawyer.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's 4. And then so to count votes, I guess 357. It took a day. And then they met with the lawyer because they know they screwed up. That's 5. So 5 times I'm thinking that's 2,500 in the pocket. I think they should pay it back.
Yes.
That'll pay
You
for
got to make people accountable. This is tribal money.
Yeah.
Pay the doggone money back. You screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was intentionally, it speaks for itself. They don't know what 30 days means. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm over it. And this
Yeah.
same person did this to Mr. Addison.
Yeah.
They removed him. He couldn't even be in chambers. He
Mm-hmm.
couldn't be anywhere. You do for one, you better do it for the other.
Yeah.
And that's Mr. Goggles.
Mm-hmm.
And in my eyes, Mr. Goggles far exceeded more than that other individual.
Yes. Yes. We have a laundry list.
The chairman of the tribe,
Mm-hmm.
the highest position,
Mm-hmm.
and this one needs to be held accountable. I contested everything.
Oh.
Keep checking my emails. No meeting. Called the secretary. Miss Norwilla. Nope, not today. Nope, not today. I said, my goodness. Who's running and hiding now?
Right. Yeah. So we're talking about, I was going to go into the announcement and kind of wrap it up here. But yeah, let's go ahead and backtrack a little bit. You did contest it as a tribal member.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not according to 663A if they really want to bat it around, but still you were the presenter I mean, they're not following the rules. So, I mean, if you wanted to contest it as the presenter and the one who spearheaded the initiative for this recall, then why not send in a letter contesting and voicing your opinion?
Yeah, 'cause we stand for the people. Liz
Right.
stands for the people. Everything that we've ever done, we stood for our people.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So I commend you on that. You're really stepping up, and hopefully we'll hear more about that contestation, because it is very important. And they're giving you the runaround, and who does that? I mean, you're a tribal member. There's absolutely no respect. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up here. I know that it was the final my take, but I do want to give a shout out to the Eastern Shoshone tribe. They are having a special general council meeting on 10 January at the Rocky Mountain Hall at 10 a.m., which is a fantastic thing. Let me see if I can bring up their, let's see if I can do this or not. Is it going to let me? Because this is interesting to share with folks, because a lot of groundwork, a lot of grassroots work went into the special general council meeting that the Eastern Shoshones are having this weekend, January 10th. Be there, 10 a.m. if you're Eastern Shoshone. This is a special general council brought to the people via grassroots petitions. They got 21 pages of signatures to make this happen. It's definitely worth a shout out, and I'm very impressed.
Mm-hmm. I am too.
Yep. Good job. Good job, Jessica.
I mean, kudos to them. They're trying to remove 6, and we're just making one chairman accountable. One.
I wish we could do 6.
Let's take another look at the 6663A, and I mean that's how it should be. That's how it was back in the day. Okay, so if you're Eastern Shoshone, show up this Saturday. Northern Arapaho side of the house, General Council meeting 30 January 2026. Get your agenda items in by, I believe it says here, the 19th. So make sure you get your agenda items in. It's supposed to be at Blue Sky Hall in Ethity. Be there. I hope they have the heat fixed. So also be prepared if the heat isn't fixed at Blue Sky Hall. They might shift it over to Great Plains. Keep your ears and eyes open for that. Kind of prepare yourself in the back. But as of right now, it is scheduled for 30 January. Yes, it is a Friday. That's another rub that we kind of have here. Who calls General Council on a Friday? I don't know. But we have a new General Council Chairwoman, Sunny Goggles, who will be presiding over the day. So get your agenda items, and we will see everybody on at Blue Sky Hall. Is that everything, ladies? Did I cover everything? We good to go?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on and joining me. Until next time, stay safe out there. All my relations.